we got about 59 RSVPs, which was pretty dope. A handful of guys didn't come through, which was kind of a bummer. But yeah, I mean, the girls seemed to like it. A lot of the girls were pretty cool, and I think just the one takeaway was kind of got to work on my just ability to. I think the ratio is definitely a factor, but some of the girls did seem like they were not as entertained, and I think I just got to bring maybe a little bit more guys, or at least guys who are. I just spent like I feel like I spent a lot of time making introductions, and I couldn't get like the crew to kind of like hold conversation. Like I would introduce a guy, and then it would be like 2 minutes later, he'd be kind of like looking around, like the conversation died off. So, maybe that's me. Maybe that's just me as a host, but that's one of the things I definitely got to figure out. And overall, though, I mean, venue was super cool. Our photographer, he didn't show, so I was bit, a little bit bummed about that. And we worked on some projects before, and I've done some stuff for him, but he didn't show. So either way, I mean, I just pulled out my phone, captured some stuff, and then chopped it up, threw it into a reel just to kind of prove a concept. But for the next one, I'm getting a videographer, photographer, and I already have a venue that we're kind of looking at. It's where they filmed The Hangover. It's the Hangover Mansion, so you can rent that out. And I'm gonna probably charge. No, I'm not even probably. I'm definitely charging tickets for the guys at least, just to make sure they show up.
Nice. So what was the venue?
It was the Legacy Club at Circa, so it's on the 60th floor.
Legacy. Okay, so it's like a nice rooftop vibe in Las Vegas. And then did you speak with the venue or did you not speak with the venue about setting it up?
Yeah, I had a guy. He got me in connection because he was posting a video on Instagram Reels of a mansion. I thought it was in Vegas, so I just reached out. He's a realtor, and I was like, "Hey, is that available to rent?" He's like, "No, but I can get you in contact with you." So he got us that, and he's trying to get us this one in this nice neighborhood. I guess they have like a clubhouse that you can rent out for events. It'd probably be about 60 to 80 people, I'm assuming. But he got us this one. Gave us the manager's number and everything, and we got that space, which was super dope.
Okay, nice. So you did reach out and then they gave you, you got exclusive space in the venue.
Yep. Yeah, it was actually so we got there and then we found out it's like I guess the lady didn't put in the time right. So these people were showing up. We're all still in the lobby. We're not even at the 60th floor. And they're like, "Oh, actually your reservation says for 9:30 or 10." I'm just like, "No, no, it says here on the confirmation I got it for 9." And so we were kind of just, it was a little bit awkward. We were kind of just standing around the waiting area, but then we just like, all right, let's just go up, hang out at the bar, and then secure our spot. Like, I told the manager, I'm like, hey, we were supposed to have this booked.
So you got space for 40 people though, reserved?
Yeah, it was up to 50, but I mean, honestly, I think you could squeeze in some more. And
And
we
so
actually
what
could have,
would they
oh, what was
what
the
would
minimum spend? It was 500.
Oh wow. So they gave you a 50 person max capacity like semi-exclusive area and it was only a $500 minimum spend?
Yeah.
That's fire as fuck.
Yeah, super dope. It's called the Gold Room. It's just a giant gold bar, and then you get right across the views of the strip. Super dope. And then you could go outside. It was a little bit busier on the outside. I think that's where most people hang out. We got the fireplaces, and then you can see the lights as well. Pretty sick.
Man, if they're going to continue to offer you up like exclusive space for 40 people and it's only a $500 minimum spend, I would just keep running that back.
You
Like
think
that's the type of thing you could
like
do it.
month to month, like just meet up there?
Bro, like I mean, if it's a good vibe, I mean, you could honestly almost make it like a recurring event, either like weekly or bi-weekly if you wanted to, because 40, 50 people, $500, like I'm sure you guys spend way more than that.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, we didn't have like a bill, so I know we met it.
Yeah, like I would just like you could do like a Thursday night, like fucking just like ambition room or like ambition room Thursdays, just like every week.
Mm.
Because that's
Yeah,
just a
that place
fucking
is
free
dope.
venue.
I've been there. That place is dope.
Oh, sick. Yeah, yeah, I liked it. I thought it was pretty sick.
That's a really low minimum spend, man. You could you could do a lot with that. But all right. So anyways, you said that there wasn't enough guys at your event and there was too many women and the women were getting kind of bored.
Yeah, it's probably like 15 and 25.
15 guys, 25 girls.
Yeah. I think it's just the type of guys that I invited. I mean, some of them were cool. They're chopping it up for sure. Some of them were a little bit out of it, but I think I'm gonna expand it my targeting now. Like obviously I connect with the business owners and stuff like that, but I also kind of like we have some kind of want to bring some like maybe some athletes or something. I think I can kind of relate to a lot of those guys and just kind of expand it. So I'll do athletes, entrepreneur, creatives in my ads.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean that's an easy hook. If you're getting exclusive space and you're hosting these events and there's too many women there and the women are getting bored, then you can just hit up cool guys and be like, "Hey man, like can you come to my event on Thursday? Like we've been having too many women and not enough dudes to entertain them." That's a fucking insane
Yeah,
value proposition.
yeah, that's exactly what I was saying. When I looked at the RSVPs, it was like a couple days out, or maybe like 5 days out, and I was like, wow, we have 30 of the RSVPs are girls, and we only have like 10 RSVPs as guys. So I just started spamming the DMs and pumped up the ad spend a little bit.
To get some dudes, yeah. Um, I tell guys, man, I told you, dude, like, and not you specifically, but guys start running these ads and they start building these chats and they want to throw these events and they have all women in their group. And I'm like, bro, you need dudes. Like, you trust me, man. Like, it's gonna not go well unless you're Dan
Yeah.
Bilzerian. Even Dan Bilzerian talks about this in his book, where at his mansion he'd host these events where it was all the women. The women, they're not. He wasn't just putting them in like a lounge or like at a bar. He would have like massage chairs. He would have like pedicures going on. He would have like fucking sushi because like there needed to be entertainment. There needed to be like actual like activities and things to do because yeah, you want to stack the deck in your favor with the ratio. Like where women go, status flows, and vice versa. And from a dating perspective, you need competition and all that. But if you got a bunch of girls, and even if you have the wrong guys, like guys that just don't know how to hold a conversation or they're just not attractive, then that doesn't do anything for the women either. Like women don't want to just be around guys, they want to be around attractive guys, you know? How did you get all these
Hmm.
girls? Was it all from ads?
Yeah, a lot of ads, and then there's a lot of plus ones.
Mm.
Uh, I think probably five of the girls. There's a few. I just kind of learned this too. Was like the clicks. So we had one group of girls that was, uh, well, one was in the group, and then she brought two friends, but they were just in their own corner, just doing their own thing, and they weren't really nice. I'm gonna be honest. They're a little bit kind of standoffish, and we had a couple clicks, but some of them were sociable. But there's just one main group of girls that was kind of rude.
Oh shit. All right. Well, whatever. That can happen.
Yeah.
More than likely, man, the way that I always try to frame that and view that is it's not that they're rude or that they're mean, it's that they're shy and they just don't know how to handle it. They don't
Mm,
know how to buffer, it, right? They're socially awkward. They're a little bit
mm,
embarrassed. They might be a little bit feeling insecure. And so therefore, like it's not a reflection of me, it's a reflection of them. They're just not feeling comfortable. And that doesn't mean it's my job to make them feel comfortable and like perform, but you'll definitely like respond and behave and act in different ways to kind of like lighten their mood and lighten it up. Like it's impossible to be maximally attractive if we take things personally or if
mm.
we let it like affect us negatively. So even if a girl is like legitimately kind of a bitch, I always just tell myself like, oh, she's just shy.
Mm, that makes sense.
Yeah. Maybe they were shy, dude.
Yeah.
Because they
Yeah, that
showed
makes
up,
sense.
right? Like they showed up to a social event. I don't think anybody intentionally shows up to a social event to be antisocial and like be mean to people. That would be fucking insane.
That'd be weird.
Yeah, that'd be weird. So,
Mm.
anyways, you said you got a videographer, but he didn't show up. Now, was it a free photographer, a free videographer?
Yeah, I was free photographer. Me and him had done some stuff in the past. Like I was one of his actors and like models before. He said he was coming, but I knew he was kind of BSing me. He said he got a flat tire, but he said he got that before and he used the same picture. I'm like, dude, you could have just said like you're not coming, like you RSVP'd and everything.
What a fucking jackass for that one. But
Yeah.
that's the thing about free is easy, super easy to get free DJs, super easy to get free photographers, pretty easy to get like free services. If you're ever gonna like do that route, you're gonna want to do either like one paid photographer or two free photographers because the free one because you got to have double coverage if they're both free. One of them is just like not going to show up, or one of them is just going to do a shitty job. Last event that I hosted, I had one free photographer and then I brought my camera. So I was kind of like the backup photographer personally. Like my camera was just like kind of sat on a table and I would just go grab it and bring it out and just take pictures and shit just on my own. And then I had a
Mm.
photographer that was obviously there to like be in front of the step and repeat. And I think we were probably like an hour into this thing and he was like, "Yeah, man, all my batteries are dead. I got to go home." I'm like, "You motherfucker, dude. Your batteries are dead.
Wow.
Like you didn't charge your batteries before the event, like whatever, like that's just how it goes. Is that's what you got, you get what you pay for. So luckily I had my camera and I could go snap some more pictures myself, which actually isn't a bad thing, man. Like you can kind of like be your own photographer for your own event.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna
Not
kind of go
not
that route as well. Just get like a
you
flash camera and
Yeah, you wouldn't want to be like the only photographer, but you can be like your own backup photographer. And I'm not talking about just like iPhone, I'm talking I have like a Canon. Because there's something
yeah.
different about like actually holding a physical camera versus like, hey, here's my iPhone. And I think the reason is because like the iPhone, there's a lot of other things you could be doing on it, like texting, using Instagram, checking your bank account, but you chose to pull out your phone and then take a picture. Like there's a little bit more of like kind of a maybe like a try-heartedness, but it's like if you have a camera in your hand, me taking pictures, well, that's the only thing that this fucking thing does. Like that's its only purpose. So it's like, okay, if a guy has a camera, then the only thing it does is take pictures. So it makes more sense. Like if someone's just going around with an iPhone, it's like, what is, you know,
Mm.
what you might give off the impression like, well, what is bro doing? It's just less fucking uh high value, I guess.
That's true.
And
Yeah,
and
yeah. It's
then
like, oh, I could be putting on Snapchat or like, something like, like, oh, it's like, look at my story. Like that's, yeah. I'm gonna
yeah,
get like one of the flash cams then, because I
yeah,
take a pretty good picture.
that's what it is, bro. I think you nailed it. Is like you're on your phone, like they don't know where this could be going. Like, could this be
Hmm.
going on to like some fucking whatever? Like a camera, it's like, okay, it's not connected to Wi-Fi. Like this is a contained thing. So clearly he's getting pictures and then it's going to be compiled and then it's still like typical for like the whole thing to be distributed to everybody afterwards. And so maybe they'll be able to see the
Yeah.
folder and shit. And the other thing is like the flash. Um, like iPhone has Flash, which is cool, and having Flash going on at your event is important because it just makes it seem like important things are happening, if that makes sense. But on my camera, like it's not just iPhone Flash; it'll do this like flickering flash, and then it'll do like the regular flash, and it's like obviously a distinct flash from like an iPhone. And so
Hmm.
it just gives off a different vibe. Like he's got the camera, it's flash and different. It's just more of a pattern interrupt. It brings that element of like fun and memory creation and just, excitement. And then there's, like obviously benefits if they want to see the photos later, maybe they can post them. Like, so there's like some value.
Yeah, I'm gonna run that because I have a video camera, which is, prefer professional, video work, but that thing is heavy. It's like 5 pounds, and I'm not gonna walk around with this giant, thick camera. And it's a lot easier with one of the Sonys. I mean, you get the Canon G7X, which I think is a little bit. There's the Sony. I mean, it's literally the same thing. So I might just get that one, and even just from like I feel like I take a good picture and able to capture candid moments of like people having, mid conversation and like a good time, the smiles. So I'm gonna bring that. I'm gonna look for a photographer and videographer as well, but I'm just gonna get my own and start doing it. Maybe even get
Yeah.
some photography clients.
Yeah. And then you can be the backup and stuff.
Mhm.
So, well, that about
Yeah,
covers my
Brian,
questions, man.
question on that, Brian?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think you pretty much answered it, but I was talking to this guy the other day that does amateur photography, and he was telling me that he's got like all the equipment, the SLRs, everything, but he finds that his phone still takes better pictures overall, like for events and for whatever. So, like, what do you think as far as like, would you do both then? Like, have someone, you take the pictures on your phone, but also have a professional photographer there to like cover both sides of it?
Yeah, I would never like designate myself as the only person taking pictures unless the event was like super small. And then if the event is super small, then I'm probably not going to have a professional camera for something that's kind of tiny. Because if it's just like a little meetup or a little gathering, then you're busting out a big camera, that kind of comes across as a little bit uncalibrated too. Like why is this guy trying to make a big deal out of a small thing? Is this like his first time here, or what's the deal? So what I was talking about is in Jaden's case, he hosted the rooftop party and he had a volunteer photographer, a free photographer that was volunteered to show up, and then he flaked. And then I was talking about how I had a free guy, and then he said his batteries are dead. So I was just talking about how if you're going to have like volunteer photographers, you want to get two of them. If you're going to get like two free guys, like have, because one's going to flake and one will show, like one of them will do the job, one of them won't, basically. Bigger events, like more important events, I would say like 100% always pay for the photographer. Like even if it's a couple $100, like give him something to show up and be on time and do a good job. And then I was just saying that you can always on the side just have your own camera and be like an additional backup. So two free guys and then like you as the third, like just like super backup. And then a professional without anybody else besides maybe yourself. It's just a good idea to, if you've got events that are 30 plus people, have somebody else taking pictures, but bring a camera of your own. And it could also be like, it could be like one of those printed disposable things too. Like those are fun. If you guys have seen what I'm talking about, it has the pack that you put in the back. It takes the picture, then it comes out and it has to dry. Those are fun at events. You go around, just snap a picture, leave it on the table, and then those are just kind of all scattered around the event.
You can get those at Target too for like $60.
Yeah, $60, something like that. They got cartridges.
Out itself. Yeah.
Polaroids? You're talking about Polaroids?
Yeah,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
Polaroids, yeah. And then
I'm actually old enough to remember using those legit.
yeah. The camera and the pictures, like that's a fun thing to do. Because I saw in one of your videos, Jaden, like of the women that were at your event, there was some group of girls in the background that were sitting there, and I think they had like their flash on and they were taking their own pictures and videos and stuff. Like people just want to kind of go out and have fun, but they also want to, take pictures, whether that's for Instagram or just for memories. It's just it's what people do nowadays.
Hmm. Yeah, yeah. They were using a ring light, but portable one. And yeah, we one of the girls that I know pretty well. She has the Sony, basically the Sony version of the Canon, and she was taking pictures at the beginning, but then that thing she didn't charge it, so she had like one bar, and that thing died like after 10 pictures. But it was
Yeah.
all good. I mean, we got some shots.
Yeah, nice. Well, yeah, it'll be cool to see some of the shots that come out of that. And then what about the aftermath? I mean, anybody like how did it end? Like how did it come to a conclusion and what happened afterwards?
Yeah, we didn't do like a afters or anything. We kind of, I mean, we got the space to like 1 o'clock. I think the venue was open till 3, but people kind of just fizzled out. And then, there's only a couple people remaining. We're just like, yeah, I think we're just gonna call it. I mean, you guys are welcome to hang out, but kind of just like went home. I mean, I had to literally fly back. I'm in my hometown right now, but had to fly back like a couple hours later.
Oh, okay. Nice. So yeah, you guys were at that spot and then people just kind of started leaving and then you guys all took off. What about follow-ups? Did you like message anybody afterwards? Does anybody message you afterwards or what's happened since the night of and today? Anything or no?
Yeah, I had probably like 5 people saying like thanks for hosting. Um, just messaging that, and then I sent everyone that I remember, or like I think some people. I don't know if I had their. I think I sent everyone a message, but I just said, hey, I appreciate you coming out on Saturday, and yeah, I've got to set some dates. There's probably like 4 or 5 girls that I got to do something with.
Nice. That's cool, man. So what's next? Like what do you got on the plan for the future?
Yeah, I'm gonna try and get the mansion or like maybe like a hilltop venue just for the next one, or like end of this month. Try and get that secured through the same guy who got us this venue. And then I think I want to try and get that to like 80 to 100 people. And then probably we'll go back to the same rooftop place. Maybe even get like another section because you can rent that for like I think an extra 250. So I'll just get another section. Then we'll have these two combined areas and just go back there for the month after. Um, I mean, other than that, and I mean, I did want to ask you too. So, as far as like, as far as the framing, so if we're documenting this on social media and everything, I have a separate page specifically for the events. On your own personal page, should you be showcasing like how do I word it? Like, should you be showcasing you with like these other girls, like your social proof? Like, what is like a way to do that where it's not like you're not going to put yourself in jeopardy where you're mixing up too many things. Like if you're taking pictures with like a bunch of girls, how do you do it the right way is what I'm asking. So you don't shoot yourself in the foot.
Yeah. Yeah, well, I mean the main most important thing is like people can pick up on even like the smallest and slightest details. Um like not just women but also guys too are very attuned to things like micro expressions and body language and just like social dynamics. Like that kind of software just runs in the background. So if it's at all forced or if it's at all faked, like people will pick up on that and that will have a negative effect. So that being said, the more like genuine and truthful and also like plausible the photo is, the better. The only pictures that I've really been able to get away with posting on my Instagram are like either my actual girlfriend, like the woman that I'm actually dating, or like female friends of mine that like genuinely fuck with me and like are
Mm.
genuinely leaning into the photo and are like actually it's their hand holding the camera. Anytime I've ever tried to like set it up, um, it doesn't like go well even on a story. Like it'll get likes from a bunch of dudes, and then it'll get unfollows from the girls that you're actually interested in. And I would recommend keeping it to your story and not on your actual like grid. The only way that it could like belong on your grid would be like in a slideshow where somebody would have to kind of go through and do some digging. I like to set up my Instagram to kind of like showcase more or less like the bros, like my guy, like the guys, and like business, because it
Mm.
depends on your goal, but um like a bunch of women on your grid is gonna make it harder for you to get into like a more serious committed relationship, especially with like a higher quality woman, not because she's not attracted to it, right? Like maybe, okay, there's evolution involved and she can't help but like it, but the social aspect of it, the social psychology will cut against you because she's got to show you your Instagram to her dad,
Mm.
her family, her grandma, her friends, and women will self-preserve more than they'll just like act on their fucking desires, like, oh, he's so hot I can't help it, like unless she's just a whore, right? Like women
Mm.
that typically are the highest of quality like do have standards and do have things like self-respect, and maybe that's a function of society and the culture, but yeah, they're not gonna take well to their coworkers at the office being like, what the fuck is that? Like that, like women will listen to other women, like specifically their friends. So I don't think that it's a good idea to post that stuff. A story is different because it goes away, but it's got to be super like legit.
Mm.
But we'd
That
have
makes
to
sense.
we'd have to take a look at the pictures, and we'd have to see how like candid they really are, but like people can pick up on like how well do these people know each other.
Mm.
Because
That makes sense. Yeah.
if you're at all trying, right? Like if you're at all trying, you're performing. And then that's self-qualification. And self-qualification is, essentially like needy. And neediness is like the opposite of like, self-reliance and
Abundance.
abundance. And so it's just unattractive.
That's kind of what I was thinking. I was like, yeah, maybe I'll just keep it like solo because I don't even post, obviously like family or barely even post like my location. And I'm just like, maybe I'll just keep it that way because that's kind of the whole point of this is like it's in real life, that you're meeting these people in person. And then, you kind of just, it's like your relationships. I mean, it's kind of like your private business. I mean, I've seen it done. It's kind of what I thought about asking, but I could also see it backfiring for me. So I'll probably just keep it. I'll just keep what I've been doing. Just doing me.
Yeah. Yeah. Like if you look at my page, it's going to be mostly like travel, bros, business. And then if you were to like go in here and really look, slide two, okay, yeah, it's, some fucking chicks and all of that stuff. But
Hmm.
this is my actual girlfriend. And then we're also doing this thing for like a brand, and it's like for a photo shoot. So we're also kind of just like we're models and actors. So there's a lot that's like built into this.
Yeah, it looks like a brand deal or something.
Yeah. Totally different than trying to just like pose with some chicks,
Yeah,
and then on top of that, it's the pool, the environment. Like this, this is hard to get. You got to put together the environment, you got to put together the event, you got to, attract the girl. And then she helped me befriend these women. So it's like, I didn't fucking ask them to get down like that. They just did it.
hmm.
So, and you can see, bro, you can see the smiles and shit. Like they're in this,
Genuine.
it's real. Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
and I
like
mean, ironically,
they're
like,
having fun. They're legitimately having fun. You see what I'm saying? So it's hard to
sweet.
pull off, but it's like if you're gonna do it, it's gonna be something like this.
Hmm. That makes sense.
And then this is the pre-selection ship, but this is my girlfriend. Like, yeah, I've got a girl on here, but it's like I'm dating her. She's like grabbing me. That's how you can
Yeah.
get away with. That's how you can get away with it. And that looks better too. He's in a real relationship. So all the other women that are watching, it's like, okay, dude's got a girlfriend. Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Hmm.
If this was a different chick every week, that would start to cut against me. They'd be like, what the fuck, man? Like that would not go well. So it's tough to do,
Yeah.
but you can do it.
Awesome, man. I appreciate you.
Oh
I
yeah,
gotta,
100%.
I gotta hop off. My mama just made some steak and sweet potatoes.
Oh, nice.
I know, right? But I
Enjoy,
appreciate
man.
you. I'll see you guys next week.
Yeah. Yeah, see you in the Discord, man.
Peace.
Peace out. All right, what else we got?
Hey Brian.
Hey.
Hey, I'm just in the getting the, as you know, the venue just nailed down for the first event. I've got about 85 people in the group chat.
Nice.
So if half of them showed up, that's 40 plus people that would come out, and just talking, hopefully that would come out, and just talking with a couple of the venues. It's kind of a probably too small of a number, it sounds like, to do an exclusive event where, because I don't have a sponsor, and I'm not selling tickets. And then it's kind of a big number for just booking out tables. So I'm just trying to find a place now that would be non-private, where I could just book tables where I could seat hopefully up to 40 people. Does that sound kind of like the best way right now, is just to find the non-private space that I could fit 40 people at tables?
Are you trying to do like a big dinner?
No, it's just the social networking kind of event. But how else could I do it if it's not a private space?
Well, so when you say like book tables, what do you mean?
Isn't that what I'd have to do to get a space as a venue if it's not private? Is to reserve tables?
No, yeah, like if you're not gonna do a exclusive or semi-exclusive event,
Yeah.
then it's basically more or less just like a kind of like a meet and greet, like a meetup type of thing.
Okay.
And you could just go to any popular cocktail bar or speakeasy or rooftop, and as long as you're getting there relatively early and collecting people before their main crowd hits, then you would just show up to the venue and kind of like take over a certain area that would be like your favorite, basically. But it's best for people to be able to like stand and like walk around and mix and mingle, not sit at a table and be locked in, unless it's like a dinner, unless it's intended to be a dinner.
No, not a dinner. Then I wouldn't have to let the venue know then, would I?
No,
If it's like
no,
that?
no.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah,
Got it. I
yeah.
just wasn't thinking that way. I thought I'd actually have to get a space somehow.
No, because like the venue that you'd select, these cocktail bars, these kind of like
Yep.
speakeasies and stuff, they'll be first come, first served throughout basically the entire night type of
Yep.
thing. And so they don't care how it fills up. They just know it does.
Yeah.
They don't expect it to get packed earlier on in the night. But if some random party of 40 shows up, there's not really much that they can or would or should say about that. Like they should appreciate that. And so
Yeah.
normally that actually like sets the precedent, where it's like if you can get people, a big group in there early before their main crowd hits, so that you're like filling up their space prior to when they would normally have that sort of crowd.
Yeah.
That gives you then kind of almost like the power and the value and the leverage to during that time pull the manager out and come to the side and then after it's already in motion, it's already said and done, be like, hey man, like hopefully this isn't a big deal for you guys, but all these people here are my group. I host meet and greets and social events and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And at that point, he's not going to be like, oh yeah, what the fuck is going on? Like, get these people out of here. He's going to be like, oh no, this is great. This is awesome. Thank you. And then you could be like, sure. And I'd love to, possibly do something more exclusive with you in the future.
Sure.
And now your foot is in the door where the rules that applied before may not apply now because there's more credibility and there's more trust. He might just be like, oh, dude, have you seen our XYZ veranda, Then he'll go show you some part of the venue you didn't even know existed.
Yeah.
And be like, use this. Like, I'll give this to you for, free or whatever. That's happened to me before.
Yeah.
Where I'm talking to whoever and there's like, oh, dude, you haven't come check this out. And then they show me some back room I didn't even know was there.
Mm-hmm.
Now he's just basically giving that to me. Because in his mind, he's like, okay, if this person can make this happen, then, you get different treatment. And like, it'd be great if you could get that up front, but there's a reason they don't is because, if you're just emailing them or approaching them without any of that proof, it's all about trust.
Yeah.
So I'd say, don't let them know. Don't give them a heads up. Just plan it early for your sake and theirs. Like if you have a meetup and it's a informal, non-exclusive thing and you're getting there right when everybody else is filling in the doors and everybody's packed. I've made that mistake in the past. Everybody just gets confused and lost. They don't know who's who. But you set it up early enough, then now, it's kind of irrelevant to the bar, like, or the lounge or whatever. You just fill up their whole place, and then they'll take you serious.
Early enough is 7 p.m.
Yeah. Call it. I would probably call my event XYZ Lounge Social, and I'd probably do 7 to 10 p.m.
Yeah.
So that way people show up at 8 and expect to leave around 9 or 10. Some people will stick around all night. Some people will get going a little earlier. But the best part about doing these events this way is that right as your event is kind of fizzling out, the normal and typical crowd starts filling in. So you and some of the guys, after maybe you've like kind of caught a buzz, like now there's just fresh people coming in and the energy is coming back. Some of the girls stick around and now it's just a fun night out. And you've got all this like social proof with you and these people that you're enjoying it with, where it makes now meeting new people really easy. And we would always play this funny game where like our social mixer would end and new people would start flooding in. It's like 10 o'clock. Then me and my buddy would talk to the girl next to us that just came in here and we'd just be like, hey, are you here for the mixer? And just fucking gaslight women, And they're like, oh, no. I'm like, oh, you're not? Like, oh, you must have missed it. Like, sick event we just had. Like, it just wrapped up, but it was pretty dope. And then they're all interested. Oh, like, I didn't hear about that. It's like, we can throw you an invite for the next one if you want to. So then it just turns into a night of cold approaching, basically. Just leveraging the energy and the proof. And meet this. You see all these, you see that guy over here? That's John. He was there, man. That guy, whatever. So that's how I did it for years, because that was my preference. There's no logistics. There's no like pressure. There's very little investment involved. There's no cleanup. There's no financial risk.
Sure.
And it was basically a way for me to just manufacture a good night, a good Friday night.
Yeah. So I could put that in the flyer, I guess, or the announcement, make an image with ChatGPT, just put casual or whatever I put in. And should I say I'll be over, I'll be dressed, I'll have the shirt on, I'll be over in this corner. Should I just have people come maybe towards me and then I can kind of connect people, or how do you recommend?
Well, I would probably walk you through it, but you've got your main chat. All you really need to do is create a new group chat
Okay.
And then that new group chat, none of this requires a flyer. The group
Yeah.
chat just needs an image, the new group chat. And so that image would be, usually I just pull something of the venue itself, like the interior of the venue.
Yeah.
And then I would call whatever the name of the venue is. What's the name of it?
Stable Palms Club.
Yeah. So I'd call the new group chat like Stable Palms Social, 6/12. And in that group would be like a welcome message, like, what's up, guys? Like, welcome to Stable Social, just, casual night to meet, greet, and have some drinks, what to expect, cool venue, awesome people, photos and fun. If you're coming, then you got to confirm by liking this message. Simple enough. And then in the main chat, I would basically take that same text, paste it into the main chat, and then except at the bottom, it says, if you're coming, you must register. And then it's a link that just takes them to the new group.
Okay.
That's
Okay.
it. Like super simple. And that's like my other favorite thing about this is like there's no tech. For a free event, like a meet and greet, like a social meetup type of thing, like you just need Instagram. You don't need Posh, you don't need Partiful, you don't need Eventbrite, you don't need any of that shit.
Yeah.
Just keep people on Instagram. And then as you're at the venue, you can send updates into the group on Instagram. Hey guys, I'm in the back, or hey guys, I'm at the bar, or selfie, hey, fucking drink on me if you can find me.
Yeah.
And then someone comes, I might do that for the first person. Second person comes up, said, drink on you. I said, that offer's expired. That's for the first two people only. Whatever.
Yeah.
Just fucking play with it, man.
Yeah. That answered it. That answered it, man. That's what I couldn't quite figure out. What I thought I still had to get a space. But for this first event anyway, just do that, and then in the future, I think I was messaging you a bit earlier today is to maybe go for the sponsor later on and try and get a private event. But I think this is a great idea for my first event, just like what you just were talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Okay. Yep. That's good. I might have a couple more questions along the way, but I'll just hit you up with a DM if that's all right.
Yeah. Yeah. Just shoot me a message in the Discord.
Sure. Will do. Thanks, man.
You're welcome, man. See you in there.
See you in there. Bye.
Bye. All right. What else we got? Felix. Naheem.
I know what I gotta do. We had our call this morning.
Yeah. How's that working?
So after the reach outs, no one else joined. So I think it'll be strictly outreach until I restart the ads again. So I'm surprised that no one else joined after that.
You said that you're surprised at what?
No one else joined after that.
When you sent messages to everybody in the from ads?
Yeah. No, after I sent messages earlier, all those follow ups.
Oh, okay. So everybody left that on scene?
Yep.
How many people are in the group?
$17 still.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, so for everybody that left it on scene and isn't in the group, I mean, we can continue to try to like squeeze juice out of those leads, or we can just move on and get new ones.
Okay. Yeah. I messaged everybody this morning. I guess maybe I'll just hit them up and probably like on Saturday because this is my third follow up with them. Well,
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, my rule of thumb, like if I'm inviting a girl to an event and I really want her to go, or if I'm, basically that, then I'll send, information and ask want to go, and then she'll leave it unseen, and then I'll say yes, question mark, no, question mark, LOL, and then she'll leave it unseen, and then I'll either say at the end of that just like okay,
Okay.
or if it's like, more like a guy or business related, I'll say I'll the third thing I'd say is want me to stop reaching out to you about this. And then at that point, if they leave me unseen when I said want me to stop reaching out to you about this, I unfollow them. I delete their stuff. Like they'd never hear from me ever again. It's gone. It's done.
Hmm.
Dead.
Okay, got it.
Yeah. Because at that point, man, you've beat the horse to death.
Well, it looks like I can beat the horse a few more times.
Yeah, I mean, if you're trying to achieve maximum efficiency in your funnel, which that's the way that I am, man. Like I'm very, very efficient. I just kind of have OCD that way.
Hmm.
I want an answer, and if you don't give me the answer, I'll get it by making you give it to me non-verbally, which means I'm gonna fucking blow you up.
Mm.
And by the way that I frame my final follow-up, if you leave me on red or unseen, that's like low-key disrespectful. And then I feel okay. It's like, okay, damn. It's, if it's like that, then all right. And then I'm at peace. And I sleep.
Okay.
I sleep with the fan on medium.
Yeah.
But yeah, that is definitely interesting because it seems like that conversion to the group or that pull-through rate is low conversion.
Mm. I don't know what that might be. You think it might be a profile thing?
That crossed my mind, but I don't. I think it has more to do with the ad, and it being a singles group. So I think from what I remember, was there any confusion at all that this was like for singles events and like for singles and stuff like that in the ad, or was there? Because that could be it.
That somebody did mention that.
Okay, that raises a small red flag. Like it should be obvious. We may consider if we do another round of ads, we may consider like making singles events like be super fucking big. Like make sure that cannot be mistaken. Because that's the only thing I can think of is like maybe they saw social events and then they're seeing in the response DC singles circle and then social events for singles and then they're like, wait, that's not what I'm here for. I thought it was just social events like for everybody type of thing or whatever.
Hmm.
That's probably what it is.
Yeah, even when I talked to Carter, he said singles can be a little bit iffy about just coming to like events like this. So he just said maybe just broaden the circle to maybe just a whole social circle in a sense.
I've seen really good success with singles groups, man, because like I guess there can be challenges, with people being finicky. But if they're single and they want it, that not only will they show up, but they will pay.
Hmm.
Dating is like a very big market, man. Always has been, always will be. If they're not loving it, like they're not even joining the fucking free chat, something is probably off in the marketing. But I remember, man, like definitely the caption said certain singles and the image does too.
Okay.
We could take a look at it. Do you want to show me? Let me see if maybe I can find it in the archives.
Yeah, yeah. Give me a second. Pull up my channel real quick.
I can see it.
Oh, you see it on your end?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, so
Oh yeah, it's kind of
good
small.
good ad, you know, good ad, but yeah, like the singles events piece is like the smallest aspect of it. That's what I would change next. Is I would make singles events be this piece, you know, or even maybe the headline.
Okay, maybe I can throw that in Claude or do something with that.
If you're gonna launch more ads, I can make the ads for you.
Okay, I think I might run around, try that again next weekend. Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean that's what I would assume is like they're just seeing the ad and then seeing the exclusive invite list and I guess like this background, you know, I can't tell if it looks like a singles event. I guess not. You know, you got a fucking Lambo, you got this shit. What is this? Oh shit. What did we do? Where are we at? I just lost my damn marbles. Oh shit.
Hold on, give me 1 second.
Did we launch this one? This ad is fire. No worries. What else we got in the meantime? We got like 5 minutes, 5 more minutes. Anybody?
Okay, my fault. My fault. You said you can change this, how this looks. Is that what you said?
Yeah, I mean, that's what I would do next, like on the next campaign, is just make sure there's no confusion,
For sure.
you know?
Okay.
Because that's all I can think of, man. So you got 57 messages and then only 16 joined, and we've been hitting them all up.
Yeah.
That's low. On the low end, we get 50%.
All right.
On average, we get 75. So I think you're sitting at like 30 or 40, right? 35-ish. Yeah, it's like 35%.
Okay. Well, I'll change it to the next round then. I think that's the only thing that we can think of.
All right.
All right.
Let me know if I can help you with that.
Sure thing.
Sounds good, man. All right, boys.
All right.
We can wrap it up. Thanks for joining. See you guys. Have a good weekend.
All right. Have a good weekend.
See you guys on Tuesday and see you in the Discord. Later.